It's another wonderful day on Tribune TV. Today we have very special people who have come here to pay a courtesy visit to the Nigerian Tribune and to intimate the Tribune titles and the Awo Foundation of the immense plans that they have to celebrate the Western Nigerian television. And Papa Chief Obafemi Awolowo, who was the initiator of the idea. In the studio with us today, we have the first in Africa TV alumni. We have with us today Chief Folake Sholanke San. We have Dr. Yemi Farombi, former Nigerian ambassador to the Philippines, a broadcaster of repute. We have Oloye Lekon Alabi. We also have with us in the studio today the chairman, African Newspapers of Nigeria, publishers of the Tribune titles, Dr. Tokunbo Awolowo Odosugu. We have with us the former chairman of the Tribune titles, Mrs. Omotola Oyejiro, and of course, the managing director and editor-in-chief, Mr. Edward Dixon. You are welcome to the studio. Chief Sholankema, it's a wonderful idea to celebrate the Western Nigerian television, the first in Africa. People will be wondering, for a long time, the NTA has taken the shine, using that slogan, using that word, first in Africa. And today you're saying that it should not have been so. How do you intend to change this narrative, which has gone for a long time, ma'am?
Well, thank you very much for your question. First, let me say that I'm shocked to hear that NTA is describing itself as first in Africa. That hasn't come to my knowledge. What I know is that 18 years ago, 2 years ago, 2017, 18 years, the WNTV was established by Papa Awolowo on the 31st of October 1959. Ayo Ogunlade, who was with me when I was chairman of WNTV, WNBS as programs manager, was then Federal Minister of Information. He came to my residence to offer me a position as a member of NTA Original Board, headed by Joseph, the journalist Joseph. And then 2 years ago, I heard in the media NTA describing itself as first in Africa, without any mention of WNTV. I was perplexed, I was outraged, I was shocked. So I'm very happy that the alumni and the alumni of WNTV, WNBS, they've decided to do something about it. So we're going to celebrate WNTV, WNTV first in Africa in October this year, by the grace of God.
Dr. Farombi, what are the programs you have lined up, sir, to ensure that this celebration not only celebrates the legacy, but also sets an example for what should be done going forward?
At this juncture, it is important to say that we are building on a very solid foundation already laid by Obafemi Awolowo Foundation. It was that foundation that celebrated the 40th anniversary. It was that foundation that celebrated the 50th anniversary. And I'm sure that foundation would have celebrated the 60th if the alumni did not decide to participate. So it is important to say this, because there is no present without the past, and there is no future without the present. As to the activities, we are not thinking of a one-off event. We're thinking of something that will continue forever, because every year there will be need to celebrate it. So this year we're going to have 3 books. two of the books will be ready for October. A book called The History of Television in Africa, started from Ibadan. A book of reminiscences, volume 1, of the reminiscences of those who had worked there. There will be a colloquium, sometimes in October, based on an assessment of the role of television, as it fulfilled the vision, as it fulfilled the hope, as it fulfilled the expectation of Chief Obafemi Awolowo. Whatever comes out of the colloquium will be published sometimes next year. And we intend to also publish what had been contributed to the 40th anniversary and the 50th. Because really the way to correct history, the way to solidify history is to publish, so that future generation will have access today. Then there will be a documentary in television, in video format, for use not only in NTA, hopefully CNN and BBC, and Radio Nigeria had offered to do the radio version of the documentary. There will be a Hall of Fame. Again, that's a long-term event, a long-term activity, plus a museum, and ultimately a training center. So that is to say that what the Obafemi Awolowo started with the 40th, the 50th, we will now going to have the 60th, had laid the foundation of something that will be continuous and be there forever.
Chairman, you are the chairman of the Obafemi Awolowo Foundation and also the chairman, AAN PLC. Ma'am, celebrating Chief Obafemi Awolowo's initiation and establishment of the Western Nigerian television, what does it bring to your mind about your father, a man whom a lot of people have respected as a role model, a pathfinder? What does this bring to mind?
Well, the two roles that you have assigned to me just now just shows that I spent my entire life celebrating Papa. That is what I think of 24/7. So I can only thank the team, the alumni and alumni, under the able chairmanship of our auntie, Chief Mrs. Olakeshola, for taking this aspect of Papa's legacy off our hands and reducing the burden. I just wish some other people would take the economic legacy too and run with it, and so on and so forth. So I believe that Papa deserves to be celebrated on a daily basis. We continue to discover things about Papa, his writings. I discovered a new one a few days ago, a letter he wrote to General Lerosi, requesting to be released from prison. And what was so instructive in that letter was that he was saying that you don't go into politics, you don't accept public office just for your own self. I mean, what he said there was so profound that I think it should be extracted actually and put in the Tribune prominently. It's a lesson, and Papa said so much and wrote so much. We didn't really realize who he was. For us, he was just Papa, and he was there and he was going to be there forever. But actually, he was a gift to this nation. And I not because I'm his daughter, I keep saying it, if I wasn't his daughter, I know I would have been an Awoist. Because I believe I believe in everything he stood for and everything he did, and they are still so relevant and so true, even for this day and age. So I thank the team for deciding to celebrate a legacy that would inevitably celebrate Papa in perpetuity.
At a period that broadcasting seems to be going down in terms of content, it is a great privilege to still have people like you, members of the First in Africa TV alumni. you are a radio person, even now. I listen to you on different radio stations. When you listen to the broadcasting content in the country today, as pioneers, what do you think can be done to improve this?
Thank you very much. Our boss in his analysis did not mention the two other important angles. By the grace of God, the Alumni Association, we are going to establish a training school for broadcasters that will not only teach elocution and all that, but the basic principles of broadcasting, so we can expect what we went through as a tutelage. And secondly, by the grace of God, where we visit, we make impressions to the practitioners, radio now in aspect and television, on the need for them to make sure that when they recruit, they should make that catchword which was used in WNTV days. It was not who knows who then, it was merit, and training.
We thank you for being with us today in the studio. Tribune TV.